Good morning. There's an old adage of the slow boiling frog. And a lot of you around my age will understand that and get it right away, but some of you may not. So let me explain briefly. The adage goes that if you were to take a pot of boiling water and throw a frog directly into it, that frog would immediately jump out to save itself. But if you put a frog in warm water, where it's lulled into a comfort, and slowly turn up the heat, the frog will not realize it's being cooked until it's too late. Sound familiar? See where I'm going with that one? That's what happened to us. That's what happened to you. That's what happened to me. The sum of the little lies, little by little by little, the slights and the smears, a little at a time, the gaslighting, just a little bit at a time when it calls for it. When the narcissist sees that you may be a little bit confused, a little bit unaware, is when they'll throw that dig right in there. Remember, they wait for the opportunity. They watch and they study with that glare. They'll sit back, be silent, and wait for the opportunity to turn the heat up a little bit more. So here's the point that I wanted to get at and why I'm bringing up this old adage. When I realized all at once, within a couple-week period, of what had happened, when I clearly saw it for what it really was, and compounded that to memories of my childhood, when I first went no contact, I got very sick, physically and emotionally sick. And the problem I had was I couldn't intellectually make the connection of, now that I understand it, why can I not get better? Why am I not happy? Why am I not being able to go out and rejoice and see people and live my life normally? Why can't I accomplish that? Now that I know what happened, now that I understand that water was boiling, I get it. Why can't I get better? Well, it's just like turning the heat up slowly. You can't just turn it off. This is years of planned damage implanted into your psyche. Hopefully not into your physical body, but some of us don't have that luxury. But it takes the narcissist a period of time to really turn up the heat in order to get you to where they want to. Unfortunately, many of us don't notice that the water is in fact boiling. But if you're watching this, you've had some boiling water, haven't you? So it confused me, it befuddled me, and that in itself, trying to understand the reason why I wasn't getting better all of a sudden now that I realized this on an intellectual level, why was I not getting better? Because the damage had been done. The psyche had been so damaged. My self-understanding or my own sense of reality had been so askewed. And I was still fighting to refuse to believe this. I was still fighting that, no, it must be something that I did. Where I couldn't just turn that gas off. I had to go through a healing process. I had to give it time. I had to understand what I was going through clearly. I had to see it for what it was. I had to understand gaslighting. I had to understand triangulation. I had to understand the golden child. I had to understand manipulation. A lot of that is where you guys or the community help me. And that's what we do here. So what I really would like to get across is, if you feel that now that you understand it, now that that person in your life, you know to be without a doubt a narcissist, and you're not feeling as if you're doing great, you're getting better, and everything has changed for the better, and you're not reaching that yet, and you're frustrated with that, don't be. That's a normal course. That is a normal progression for a victim of narcissistic abuse to get better. There's no way that we can get better on a drop of a dime after having such a long period of time under the spell, under the control, under the abuse of a narcissist. You can't just turn it off. Again, time, and I'm speaking from experience, and I've still got a long time to go, and I see that ahead of me. I don't fool myself. But time is really the key. And there's one really big key there also, is taking care of yourself. Allowing yourself to be happy. Allowing yourself to understand that it was not your fault. Allowing yourself to understand that you are both worthy and deserving of happiness and peace. In my next video, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about what a wonderful world it really is out there, because we get trapped in that darkness and we get walled off. Our nerves have been fried, right? So time is going to allow us to get healthier. But what to do at that time, that'll be in my next video. You deserve the peace. You have been through so much, emotionally and spiritually. You can't just turn that off right away. Cut yourself some slack. Give yourself a little break. And know from others that that period of time lowers that heat. Thank you.